How's it going, guys? So, got here in my hands the Moto G4 and the Moto G4 Play. Just a little bit of a comparison. So, if anyone was looking to decide between the two, regular prices for these phones, the Moto G4 is usually at 200 bucks. You can get it on Amazon with the lock screen ads for 150. This is normally 150. You can get it on Amazon with if you have Amazon Prime, lock screen ads for 100. And also, if you have Verizon, you can get it at Best Buy on Verizon prepaid for 85 bucks. So pretty cheap. And right now, today at least, you can actually get the G4 for as low as 120 bucks. So it's on sale today. I don't know if it'll still be on sale tomorrow. It could be. By the time you see this, maybe it'll be too late. But I'm gonna upload it straight from the phone. I'm recording this with like a mic that I got from Amazon, so the heater's going in the background. So I'm interested in seeing how it'll do with that. But in between the two, I mean, there's not gonna be much to say. If you're trying to decide, I would this is like the bare bones one, because this right here, like if you go into the Moto application, that's all. Yeah, it's just Moto Actions and Moto Display. I'm also recording this with the Galaxy S7 if anyone wants to know. And if you go here, Moto Display, we'll go to Moto Actions. Right there you see, all you have is swipe to shrink screen for this one, which and this one actually doesn't have that. So they added that for the Moto G4 Play, but not for the G4. But the G4 gets the flashlight, gets the flip for do not disturb, pick up to stop ringing, and everything, and twist for capture. So you're getting less here. But I think the reason why they have the strap to shrink screen on this one maybe is because this is more targeted for new smartphone owners. Because if you're a new smartphone owner, you don't want to spend too much money, then this is always going to be a good phone. It's still very well built. I was using this phone, and somebody actually asked me if I was using an iPhone. So as you can see here, it's a pretty good display. Let me lower it a little bit so you can see the colors. But very nice display. Have no issues with it whatsoever. It definitely gets the job done. That is not me, by the way. You know, I share my Amazon Prime with somebody. And then of course you also get Moto Display with this one when you pick up the phone, and you get that. You already know what Moto Display is, so you don't get that with the Moto G4 Play. Other differences are, of course, as you can see, with the Wi-Fi, you don't get you do get 5 gigahertz with the Moto G4, but not with the G4 Play. So if you fast Wi-Fi is a thing for you, then definitely the G4. Of course, then you also get the bigger screen. You have a 1080p display here. You have a 720p display here. So obviously you can tell this is like an upgraded version of this one. But they both have a home. In my opinion, I think they both should exist. I'm glad that they did it this way, because they're both unlocked. They're both very well built, very similar build. 8 megapixel camera here with a 5 megapixel camera on the front, and a 13 megapixel camera here, I believe, and then a 5 on the front. But of course, even though they both have the 5 megapixel front camera, the camera quality on this one is better because megapixels aren't everything. But for this price, you still get decent quality pictures. If you want to see some pictures, I have some videos and everything on the Moto G4 Play, and I'll take some pictures and I can post them on Google Plus for you guys. Then of course speaker quality is about similar. I think Motorola pretty much kind of used the same speakers for most of their phones this year. In terms of performance, of course, this is going to be faster with the Snapdragon 617 all around, but this is not a slouch either. It still works fine. I used it for like a week, and I really had no issue. It was slower than this one, of course, and slower than flagship, but it was only $100. For $100, you could do so much worse. And both of these phones work on all the carriers, So that's the thing I love about these, the Moto G4 line. Motorola, I don't think got enough credit this year. If you didn't see my video on why Motorola is the best, I talked briefly about the fact that in this price range, you're not going to find a phone that works on every carrier, and it's still a problem till this day. You have people that have phones that if they leave a carrier, they can't just go to another carrier and use that phone. But Motorola has these phones. They're cheap. They're very well built, You're not going to see any bend here. No bend gates. Like Motorola really does, they pay attention to detail. and they know their target market with these phones. And you know, all around the world, they're really very good phones. Any downsides? I really wouldn't say. Like, even the buttons are very clicky on both. You got the textured power button right there. So button placement is on point. You have the little dimple on the back so you can hold on to it. They're very easy to hold. This one's of course very easy to use because it's so small. But this one's a little bit bigger, but still pretty easy to use. I found this one a little bit easier to use with the Poetic case that I have for it. But at the same time, after I had that case for a while and I take it off, I do like the feel in the hand, and it's really not too bad. At first, I thought, you know, it would be uncomfortable, but since they both have the similar design, they're very nice and curved. This one's just a little bit thicker, so you know, you get that. It's just a little bit better in the hand. And fast charging. This one does have fast charging. This one does not. So keep that in mind. But you can actually take out the battery on this one. So some people, of course, are going to say that, you know, you can, nothing's better than actually just being able to take out the battery and swap it out, right? Which I agree, that's actually a cool thing to do, but the battery life on this thing is ridiculous, especially since it's like, you know, it's a 720p display. It's pretty low powered, and it's a 5-inch display at that, so you really are not gonna have to charge this phone very much. The charger that it comes with charges it really slow, but if you do have a faster charger, if you plug it in with that, it will charge it faster than the regular charger that it comes with. Standby time is outstanding on both, even better on the G4 Play, of course. Yeah, I can't say I have any complaints. I mean, I've seen other phones in the price range of these phones, and it's just really sad that it's 2016, and you know, people still have to deal with subpar smartphone experiences. And you think about it this way: if any company like Metro or whatever were to put this phone on their plan, of course they're gonna subsidize it. So that 150 for this one easily goes down to under 100, like it does for the Verizon prepaid. And so same thing would be for the Moto G4. So shout out to Motorola for having the Moto G4 line, the G4 Play, the G4, and then G4 Plus. The G4 Plus is an absolute beast. I gave my G4 Plus to my godson, so he's enjoying that, and that phone is really a beast. I mean, the fast fingerprint sensor, the great camera, again, still same great build quality. Gotta give it to them, man. Even their cheap phones don't feel cheap. Motorola's cheap phones aren't exploding. Motorola's cheap phones aren't lagging. Yes, they're slow. These ones are gonna be slower than the flagships, but they don't stutter a lot. You know, they don't give you issues. You don't have to keep restarting them all the time. I mean, I'm not even gonna say the phone that I'm recording this with. I essentially only use this phone to record because the camera is good, and I hope that lasts at least. But man, does it stutter! And to have to pay that much and deal with stuttering, and if you can pay this little and not have to deal with stuttering, I'd say go this route. So this is what I think the world needs more of: cheap, affordable phones that work well. Because right now the world is going too crazy, spending way too much money on phones that are really not serving them, you know, any purpose. These phones will get the job done because we really don't need our phones to do that much. So if you're trying to, you know, be productive, you know, trying to be distracted, and you know, you just don't need much, any of these phones will be great. So those are my thoughts on the two. If you're trying to decide between the two, just really, it's all about if you want the faster Wi-Fi, if you want the bigger display and better display and all that, and better camera, of course, go with the G4. And if you see this video while it's still 120 bucks, then what are you waiting for? Why are you still sitting there? Like, go and get it. 120 bucks for this phone right here is just an absolute steal. This is a great phone. Very nice phone. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the audio. Did you hear the heater in the back? All that. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.